Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we are going to be doing my homework. Iready. I have to do Iready for 3.5 days, so I only have 3 days left. So let's get started. Let me submit that one. Alright, so what is the correct meaning of the word chronology? We study the chronology of the American colonies from the founding of Jamestown to the signing of the Declaration of Independence, order of events, influence of people, historical influence of people. It's the history, actually. Mr. Roberts had gave doubles about letting Leticuli and Megan worked together on their assignment. Helpful, several, productive would probably be the best word. Anyway, so if you guys are wondering why you guys see this studying, I'm outside doing my work, so I can barely see the screen. Let me see if I can turn the screen thing up because it's already up. Huh. Let the cool about it out. Battery settings. It says 63%, so the remaining of 4 hours and 14 minutes. No battery, like low battery saver. Automatic. 100%. I do not. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so it's at 100. Battery saver produced until next charge. Lower screen brightness while in battery saver. Now I can actually do it. This is a lot better. And I'm rubbing my eyes because I didn't get that much sleep last night, and I probably should not have done my makeup because I rubbed my eyes off. Alright, so it looks like this is up the whole way, so I can't even do anything about that. Okay, what does the word biennial mean? Every third year, or once a year, every third year, once a year, 3 times a year, twice a year. Probably twice a year. I don't fucking know. I don't study this shit. I don't. Choose the word that best completes the sentence. The athlete eats helpful foods to stay blank and strong. Scrawny, grunt, and slight and strong. I'm going to do that because I don't know what any of these words means except slight. Slight means like a little bit. So, which word is a synonym of the word unnecessary? Why is it that waiting for an appointment means to take unnecessary? Okay, let me read that. Why is it that waiting for an appointment seems to take unnecessarily long time? Questionably, purposely, extremely. I know what that one means. It means extremely. I practice most of these. I study a little bit. Okay. What does the prefix hydro mean in the word hydroplane? We rode across the swamp aboard a hydroplane in search for alligators. It would be what? Wait, airplane? Gas plane? Energy plane. I don't know about this shit means. I'm just gonna guess. My mom can't help me because this is a diagnostic, so. Many countries import products from the USA. Or United States. The US. Okay, many countries import products from the US. Okay, US. Produce. Many countries produce products. export products, report products. What is import mean? Like import and report, they're not the same exact thing. But this takes forever. I'm waiting for my ice cubes to freeze because I really want something to drink, but everything is warm as shit, and it's hot in here. That's why I have a tank top on and my running shorts because I just got back from running. What is the correct meaning of the word optimism? After the coach completed her skills, she was filled with optimism about making the team probably helpfulness, suppression. I don't know what any this one. I don't know what any of these words mean. Which word fits in both sentences? The law blank was always closed on. The law film was always closed on Sundays. My uncle greeted me with his creepy handshake. I don't know. The law group was always closed on Sundays. My uncle greeted me with his group handshake. On Sundays. My uncle greeted me with his office handshake. I don't know. I'm trying. Both group and office fit in both of them. The law my uncle greeted me with his hard handshake. That one goes with handshake, but film goes with the law. The law film was always closed on Sundays. My uncle greeted me with his film handshake. And that makes no sense. The law office was always closed on Sundays. My uncle greeted me with his office handshake. That goes with both. The law group was always closed on Sundays. My uncle greeted me with his group handshake. I'm gonna go with office. Law office, group handshake. Okay, read the sentence. Carl was the editor's favorite reporter at the Daily Press. He was willing to travel anywhere at the drop of a hat to write about important events in time to make his deadline. What is the best meaning of the underlined phrase in this sentence? At a drop of a hat. Secretly, without care, without any help. Intimately. It goes with that. Okay, let's see my progress real fast. Okay, so my progress is, I'm at 18% so far. I think the current way of splitting up the work is fine for now. What does current mean? Present? Yes. Current means just like right this second. You guys do not know, you guys are staying on the glass table, so, and this is my work. I read it. What is the correct meaning of the word final? The final was my favorite part of the show. The concluding part, the most costly part, the most exciting part. It would be the...
Nice. You finished this part. There's still more to go. But first, let's give your brain a rest.
Brain break.
Way to go. You just finished the first part of your Iready diagnostic. Sometimes when it's been working hard like it
I'll be
just
back
did,
after this.
your brain can get tired.
Okay guys, I am back. I just got done doing the tap to learn more. So it says you must tap all the buttons before you can continue. I already did that. Alright, so passage. From the selfish giant. My own garden is my own garden, said the giant. Anyone can understand that, and I will allow nobody to play in it but myself. So he built a high wall all around it and put up a notice board. Trespass will be excluded. Those who enter an area without permission will be punished. He was a very selfish giant. The poor children had nowhere to play. They tried to play on the road, but the road was very dusty and full of hard stones, and they did not like it. They used to wander around the high wall when their lessons were over and talk about the beautiful garden inside. How happy we were there. They said to each other. When the spring came, and all over the country there were little blossoms and little birds, only in the garden of the selfish giant it was little winter. It's still winter. I cannot understand why the spring is so late in coming, said the selfish giant, as he sat at the window and looked out at his cold white garden. I hope there will be a change in the weather. But the spring never came, nor the summer. The autumn gave golden fruit to every garden but to the giant's garden. She said, "Non, he is too selfish," she said. One morning, the giant was lying awake in bed when he heard some lovely music. It sounded so sweet to his ears, and he thought it must be the king's musicians passing by. It was really only a little bird singing outside his window. But it was so long since he had heard a bird sing in his garden, but it seemed to him to be the most beautiful music in the world. I believe the spring has come at last, said the giant, and he jumped out of bed and looked out. He saw a most wonderful sight. Through a little hole in the wall, the children had creeped in, and they were sitting in the branches of the tree. In every tree that he could see, there was a little child. Now to look at the audio in the picture. The audio in the picture. Click or tap the play button to listen to the audio recording at the text, featured on pages 1 through 4 of the passage. Study the picture as you listen to the story. From The Selfish Giant by Oscar Wilde. Okay, ready?
"My own garden is my own garden," said the giant. "Anyone can understand that, and I will allow nobody to play in it but myself." So he built a high wall all around it and put up a notice board. "Trespassers will be prosecuted." He was a very selfish giant. The poor children had now nowhere to play. They tried to play on the road, but the road was very dusty and full of hard stones, and they did not like it. They used to wander round the high wall when their lessons were over and talk about the beautiful garden inside. "How happy we were there," they said to each other. Then the spring came, and all over the country there were little blossoms and little birds. Only in the garden of the selfish giant it was still winter. "I cannot understand why the spring is so late in coming," said the selfish giant, as he sat at the window and looked out at his cold white garden. "I hope there will be a change in the weather." But the spring never came, nor the summer. The autumn gave golden fruit to every garden, but to the giant's garden she gave none. "He is too selfish," she said.
Oh, it only did that to the sure.
My own.
It's over. Alright. Listen to how the reader of the audio reads the sentence from 0 to 10. What does the expression in the reader's voice tell the reader about the giant? The giant feels fearful about what might happen to his garden. The giant feels angry about others being in his garden. The giant feels excited about playing in his garden. The giant feels sad about the others will not stay out of his garden. Oh, I'm still on the selfish giant stuff. Okay. What does the author use the words dusty and full of hard stones on passage through? To create narration, disappointing tone, frightened tone, fearful tone, or cheerful, humorous, frightened tone, probably because, yeah. I'm still in the passage. Review the underlined phrases on pages 5 and 6. Click or tap the one phrase on these pages that best matches what is shown in the picture. I believe the spring house came at last, but I don't know. Like, I already did that. Okay. I'm just gonna click something because I don't want to be on the selfish giant one. Oh my gosh, just go. Ugh, selfish giant. I'm just gonna start clicking. It's kind of creepy. Just saying. Cat Unchanged. I've lived with the Tuttle family for as long as I can remember. I got plenty of attention when I first arrived, but now most of the time they just ignore me. I can't understand why. They don't treat me with more respect. Take today, for example. The family dined on fresh meat and vegetables while feeding me canned fish and day-old chicken bites. Honestly, sometimes the only thing that keeps me going is my desire to sneak outside. First, I should read the thing. What is the best summary of Cat in Change? Okay. There are two other. This is the passage, guys. There are two other animals present in the Tuttle home. First, there's the dog. He receives special privileges, such as being allowed to go outside whenever he wants. Of course, he's always eager to return home for just a teeny tiny treat. Then there's the parrot. Well, actually, he's more of a spy. He tattles. Oh, now I get it. The Tattle family. He tattles constantly and reports on my every move. The parrot lives in a large, elevated cage where he thinks I can't reach him. Won't he be surprised when I climb up there to rattle his cage? When will the family see that I am the smartest living being in the house? Okay, so it says that she lives with the Tuttle family, but it said that he tattles right here. So I don't know. The cat is respected by the Tuttle family. They put him in charge of the others. No, a cat wants more respect and better food. He thinks he is smarter than everyone else in the house. That's a great one. I feel like there's a bee somewhere, but I don't know where just one. Okay. Which detail best supports the theme that cats act as if they believe they are better than everyone else? The parrot lives in a large elevated cage where he thinks I can't reach him. He tattles constantly and reports on my every move. I can't understand why they don't treat me with more respect. Of course, he's always eager to return home for a teeny tiny treat. I don't know why that, but I don't know why I just did that. Oopsies. Okay. Which sentence from the passage is a clue that this story is told by an animal? I can't understand why they don't treat me with more respect. When will the family see that I am the smartest living being in this house? I've lived with the Tuttle family for as long as I can remember. There are 2 other animals resident in the Tuttle family. 2 other animals. And that means he's an animal. Which detail best supports the idea that it can't be difficult to direct young children? Everyone agreed to play. Oh, oops. I almost tried to answer that. Our local community center put together a day of games for children ages 5 to 9. The center asked volunteers from my middle school to help. Thinking it would be fun, my brother Theo and I signed up. Our task was to oversee games for the youngest, the 5 and 6-year-olds. By a show of hands, everyone in our groups all agreed to play musical chairs. Which detail best supports the idea that it can be difficult to direct younger children? Everyone agreed to play musical chairs more than once. 2 or more children tried to sit in the same chair. That silly. Oh, I didn't read this all the time. I don't even know where my mouse just went. Okay. At first, it was all silly giggles and goofy actions. Of course, not everyone knew the rules. Tito just sat on the floor whenever the music stopped, and more than once, 2 or more children tried to sit in the same chairs. Then Tommy realized the game needed more excitement. He started marching around the chair, waving his hands in the air and making loud whooping sounds. Whoop, 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 whoop. Is that sound? I don't know. Oh. It didn't help that the others, thinking this was a new part of the game, started intimidating Tommy. Once the event was over, the little ones gone and chairs put away, Theo collapses in a heap. I've never been so tired. I vowed I would never ever volunteer to watch 5 and 6-year-olds again. But then that silly Tito Martins was awfully cute. Thinking it would be fun whenever they're out, okay? That's too awfully cute. What might one of the younger children say if he or she was telling the story? Theo and I tried when that game of chairs was over. He had so much fun. We had so much fun. We marched around and waved our arms and made noises. My son Tito had fun, but he needed a 2-hour nap when he got home. Our only adults volunteer will work at future community centers. I'm thinking like this one because it says we had fun. We waved our hands in the air and made funny noises. I need to redo my makeup when I'm done with this shit. Which word best describes the narrator as he or she responds to the challenge in the story? Demented, lazy, Probably lazy. No. Determined. Probably determined because determined means like you want to do it. And that is it for today, guys. I will be back tomorrow for another 3-hour one. Bye.